I was up to my elbows in soapy water, scrubbing last night's chili pot in our cozy kitchen overlooking the rugged Colorado Rockies. The sun was streaming through the window, casting golden rays across the pine cabinets we'd refinished last summer. Little Cody was zooming his toy excavator across the terracotta tile floor, making engine noises that echoed off the walls. Jake had forgotten his phone on the granite counter again before heading out to the barn to mend the fence for our neighbor, old Mr. Harlan. That damn default ringtone kept blaring, the one he swore he'd change, but never did. Daddy's phone.
Mga.
Cody piped up, pausing his construction site play. I got it, buddy, I replied, drying my hands on my apron. The screen flashed unknown caller. Nothing out of the ordinary. Jake's contracting business in these parts meant calls from ranch owners or folks in town needing quick fixes on weekends. I swiped to answer. Hello. Jake's phone. Dead air at first, then a soft, breathy woman's voice floated through. You left your boots here again. My world tilted. It was intimate, like pillow talk after a lazy morning. I froze, suds dripping from my fingers onto the counter. She didn't hang up. Instead, a light, affectionate chuckle followed. I love you so much. It hit like a gut punch from a bucking bronco. I couldn't draw a breath. My thumb slammed the end call button, nearly cracking the glass. The kitchen went quiet, save for Cody's toy wheels scraping the floor. I stared at the phone like it was a rattlesnake coiled to strike.
Boots.
She'd said boots. That meant Jake had kicked them off somewhere cozy, left them behind like it was habit. The kind of place where you shed your dusty work gear and unwind. My mind raced like a wildfire through dry brush. Jake hauled lumber and fixed roofs all over the county, coming home filthy with red dirt from the mesas. He'd strip in the mudroom to keep the house clean. But his boots? They got tossed in our laundry nook, hosed down in our sink. Whose sink had his boots been muddying? I glanced out at the barn, where Jake's silhouette moved among the tools. He was probably sorting nails, oblivious that his wife of 9 years had just fielded a call that dynamited our life. 9 years married, 11 together. Cody was 7, meaning this woman, whoever she was, might have been in the picture through most of our boy's life. Her words looped in my head. You left your boots here again, like it was routine. And that giggle, so warm and loving. It curdled my stomach. My hands trembled. I braced against the counter, fighting nausea. Cody's voice cut through the fog.
Nana.
You okay? I forced a smile for our little cowboy with Jake's sandy hair and my hazel eyes. Just fine.
Sweetie.
Keep building that fort. But I wasn't fine. The voice nagged at me, not entirely strange. I'd heard that lilt before, somewhere in the back of my mind, like a half-remembered tune from a honky-tonk bar. This wasn't some fling with a stranger. This was someone from our world. I paced the house like a penned-up Mustang for the next hour. Every creak from the barn sent my pulse racing. Cody kept glancing up, asking why I looked stormy, and I lied through gritted teeth that Mama was just tuckered out from chores. When Jake finally stomped in through the back door, dusting red clay off his jeans, I was at the table flipping through a ranch supply catalog, hands hidden in my lap to hide the shakes. Hey, darling. He pecked my forehead like always, smelling of sawdust and sweat. Sorry that took forever. Harlan's fence was shot to hell. I watched him scrub up at the sink. Same old ritual. But now it felt tainted. Was he washing away work grime or her scent? Your phone rang, I said, voice steady as I could manage. He glanced back. Yeah? Who? I answered. His face flickered, panic, quick as a lightning strike. What did they say? eyes avoiding mine. A woman. Said you left your boots at her place. His color drained, not the guilty flush of a cheater caught red-handed, but ghostly pale, like he'd seen a specter from the canyons. Emma, I can explain. She said she loved you.
Jake.
Giggled like it was the sweetest thing. He raked hands through his hair. A tell when bids went south or bills piled up. But this was deeper dread. It's not what you think. Then what? 'Cause it sounds like my husband's got a side piece who knows his boot size. He glanced at Cody playing, then back. Can we hash this later? After the kid's down?
No.
Now. Voice rising. Cody, looking up. I dialed it back. Who is she? He hesitated, eyes darting to the door like he might bolt. I can't. Not right now. Can't tell your wife? I'm not stepping out.
Emma.
Swear on my life. Then explain the call. You wouldn't get it. That stung worse than a scorpion. Try me. He scrolled his phone, muttering. Gotta make a call. Fix this. He bolted outside, pacing the yard, talking urgently. Probably to her. That night, he crashed on the couch, claiming he needed space. I tossed in our empty bed, dissecting every late-night job or odd mood. Morning came. He was gone before dawn. Coffee made. Note, talk tonight. Love you. But waiting was torture. After dropping Cody at school, I did the unthinkable, rummaged his stuff. Drawers yielded nothing, work shirts, the belt buckle from our wedding. Then his desk bills, Cody's birth cert, our marriage license. Buried deep, bank statements. At first, routine his paychecks, mortgage on our ranch-style home, groceries from the local co-op. Then, oddity, monthly $500 to Sage Valley Residential Care for 4 years. I'd never heard of it. Statements back further, started small, $250, then upped. I Googled it on my laptop. Heart sinking, a care facility in the next county for folks with mental health needs, disabilities. Photos showed serene gardens, staff aiding residents. Not just elders, long-term for chronic conditions. Jake had been funding someone's stay. Thousands poured in secretly. The website painted a picture of compassionate care, visiting hours, family counseling, payment options under Medicaid supplements. But why hide this? I printed the statements and facility info, spread them on the kitchen table like evidence in a courtroom drama. This wasn't cheating, it was a deeper secret, tied to love and duty. I considered calling Jake at the job site, but his panicked face from yesterday stopped me. He'd sacrifice for this, even when our truck broke down and we skimped on vacations. Whatever, or whoever, at Sage Valley mattered enough to risk our finances. The address was a 30-minute drive through winding canyon roads. Plenty of time before Cody's school let out. I grabbed my purse, heart pounding like thunder over the plains. The drive blurred, sagebrush whipping by, my mind flipping between betrayal and worry. Sage Valley loomed, a low-slung building nestled in pinyon pines, more welcoming than expected, with solar panels glinting in the sun. Parking lot sparse, mostly staff vans. I sat gripping the wheel, watching a nurse help a resident to a bench. Finally, I marched in. The lobby smelled of lavender and coffee, not the sterile bite I'd feared. Can I help? The receptionist, mid-50s with a warm smile.
Name tag Dolores.
I'm here about a resident. My husband pays for someone, but I don't know who. Her eyes softened but guarded. Are you family? Hesitation. Jake Thompson's my husband. Found statements to hear. She typed, face shifting to recognition. Then pity. You're Jake's wife. He's been so dedicated. Dedicated to who?
She paused.
I shouldn't. But he's her brother. Comes faithfully.
Brother?
Jake had told me he was an only child. Parents lost in a car wreck young. Jake has no siblings. Dolores frowned. But he visits Olivia every month. Handles her guardianship papers. Olivia. A name like a puzzle piece. Can I see her?
Saw the
Only approved visitors. Jake's the legal guardian. HIPAA rules are strict. No info without consent. He'd locked me out deliberately. What's her condition? Dolores leaned in. Severe schizophrenia. She's been here since her 20s. Jake took over after their folks passed. Guardianship under Colorado law. That meant court-appointed responsibility for her decisions.
finance.
He'd hidden a whole life branch. I begged. Please? I just learned this. Emergency. Our marriage hangs on it. Sympathy 1, she sighed. Room 142. Past the garden wing. But if asked, you snuck in. I waited in the lobby, watching families, some joyful reunions, others tearful. When hours started, I navigated halls smelling of fresh-baked cookies from therapy sessions. Room 142, Olivia Thompson. I knocked.
Come in.
Small room, homey with quilts, photos on walls. A woman late 20s. Jake's blue eyes, curly hair, sat knitting. She beamed.
Jake.
Early. And you look different. New hat. My throat tightened. She mistook me. I'm not Jake.
I'm Emma.
His wife. Her face fell. Confusion. Then fear. She slumped.
Wife.
Jake married. 9 years.
Son codit.
She processed. Hands fidgeting. He never said. Used to mention you back when. Thought you split. Back when?
I set opposites.
How do you know Jake? He's my big brother. Guardian since I got sick. There it was. Hidden sister. Institutionalized. He never told me. Tears welled. He's embarrassed. I'm a mess. Ruined our family. What happened? Parents couldn't handle my episodes. Voices. Paranoia. They institutionalized me young. Jake fought for me, but they cut ties. He became guardian at 21. Pieces fit, not dead parents, but estranged. Cultural shame in these rural parts, where folks tough it out alone. And the call? Sometimes meds don't hold. I confuse roles. Thought he was.
More.
Doctors say it's the illness. Schizophrenia could blur boundaries. Per quick phone research. Not incestuous, but tragic misfire. I drove home dazed, picking up Cody, mind swirling. Jake's truck was home early. He sat at the table, work boots off, looking wrecked. Daddy. Cody hugged him fierce. School good. Yeah. We did rodeo math. Jake forced a grin. Eyes on me. Play upstairs.
Pull.
Mama and I got a chat. Silence stretched like the high desert. I went to Sage Valley. He deflated. They called. Met your sister.
Flinch.
Emma. Let me. She spilled it all. Illness. Parents. Guardianship.
I set.
Anger morphing to hurt. Why hide her? He rubbed eyes. Voice raw.
Shame.
Not of her.
But the mess.
Parents bailed when she broke down, said she was too much. I chose her. They disowned us. Lied to seem normal. Normal? Jake. Mental health runs in families sometimes. But that's no shame. You wanted the white picket life. Big family. How to say my sister's locked away. Sometimes thinks I'm her lover due to delusions. Pain etched his face. Feared you'd bolt. Think Cody might inherit it. Genetic risks exist. But manageable with screening. You've shouldered the solo? Visits monthly. Court filings for her care. Bills even when we scraped by. Tears fell. Couldn't abandon her like them. The call. Bad episode. She needed me. But wires crossed. I thought of Olivia alone. Jake's silent burden. I'm mad you didn't trust me. But I'm staying. Hope flickered. Really? She's family now. We'll navigate legally. Add me to visitor list. Therapy for us. He broke. Hugging me. No more lies. Relief washed over us like a mountain stream. The next few weeks were a whirlwind, like herding cats in a dust storm. Jake and I sat down with a family lawyer in town, specializing in guardianship under Colorado statutes. Turns out,
As spouse.
I could petition to be co-guardian, but it required court approval, psych evals for Olivia, and proving it benefited her. No shortcuts, laws clear to protect vulnerable adults. We filed paperwork, explaining the secrecy stemmed from Jake's trauma, not neglect. The judge was sympathetic, a no-nonsense woman who'd seen her share of rural family dramas. Meanwhile, I visited Sage Valley alone, now on the list after Jake's consent form. Olivia was wary at first, like a skittish colt. Didn't mean to blow up your life, she said, fiddling with a puzzle. You didn't. Jake's choices did, but we're fixing it. We talked meds, antipsychotics managing hallucinations, but side effects like confusion lingered. Her doc explained schizoaffective disorder, mood swings mixed with psychosis. Not curable, but stable with support. Family involvement helps, he noted. Reduces isolation. Back home, Cody asked questions. We kept it age-appropriate. Aunt Livy's brain gets mixed up sometimes. Like when you dream awake. But she's awesome and loves puzzles.
No sugar coating.
But no scaring him. Jake opened up more. Sharing old photos, him and Olivia as kids on their folks' ranch. Before the breakdown. Parents had sold up and moved east after disowning them, alive.
But ghosts.
Thought lying protected you, he admitted during our first couples counseling session. The therapist, a grizzled vet from Denver, drilled trust building. Secrets fester like untreated wounds. One evening, after tucking Cody in with stories of cowboys and hidden treasures, Jake and I sipped coffee on the porch. Stars blanketing the sky like diamonds on black velvet. Remember our first date? That rodeo in Pueblo. I nodded. You said family was everything. It is. But I twisted it. Hit half. We pledged weekly check-ins. No topic off limits. Financially, we reviewed. Sage Valley took Medicaid. But Jake's supplements covered extras like art therapy. We'd budget better. Maybe fundraise through community events, Western folks rally for their own. Tensions peaked when Olivia had a rough patch. Facility called. She'd decompensated, thinking staff were spies. Jake rushed over, I followed. In her room, she huddled, eyes wild. They're after us. Jake. He calmed her gently, like soothing a spooked horse. It's the illness talking.
Leave.
Remember breathing exercises? I hung back.
But she spotted me.
Emma, you real? Real as rain. We talked her down together. Doc adjusting meds. Post-crisis. Jake broke. Can't do this alone anymore. You don't have to. We explored options. Colorado's supportive housing programs for mental health. If stable, Olivia could transition to a group home near us. with case managers ensuring compliance. Law required annual guardian reports, so we'd comply fully, no more shadows. Community resources amazed. NAMI groups in Colorado Springs, where families shared stories. We attended one. Hearing others' journeys eased Jake's shame. "You're not alone," a dad said. Half us hid it at first. Cody's first visit was magic. We prepped, short, supervised. At Sage Valley's garden, he brought a drawing of a family ranch. "For you, Aunt Livy." Her eyes lit. "Look at those horses. You're an artist." Kiddo. No confusion that day. She was sharp, sharing tales of childhood pranks with Jake. "Your dad once rode a pig thinking it was a pony." Laughter echoed. Driving home, Cody beamed. "She's fun. When's she coming over?" "Someday. If docs say okay." But reality bit. A court hearing loomed for co-guardianship. Lawyer prepped us. Testify honestly. In the small county courthouse, air thick with history, I spoke. Learning about Olivia hurt, but hiding hurt more. "I want to support, legally and emotionally." Jake admitted faults. Fear drove me. "Won't repeat." Judge approved. Praising transparency. Families heal with light, not darkness. Outside, under blue skies, Jake hugged me. Team now. Months in, we hosted a small barbecue, neighbors, a few from NAMI. Olivia got a day pass. Stable on new regimen. She mingled shyly, but glowed when Cody showed her rope tricks. No drama, just connection. That night, Jake and I reflected, thought truth would break us. Instead, mended. Article in local paper on mental health awareness featured us anonymously, spreading the word without shame. Yet, challenges lingered. Olivia's bad days meant canceled plans. We adapted. Therapy taught resilience. Compassion starts home. Jake volunteered at the facility, paying forward. I joined a spouse's support group, learning to forgive without forgetting. As fall painted the Rockies in fiery reds and golds, our new normal solidified. Jake's business picked up. Word spread about his reliability. Ironic given the secrets. We refinanced the house, easing Sage Valley costs with state grants for sibling caregivers. Legally, co-guardianship meant shared decisions. We reviewed Olivia's treatment plan quarterly, ensuring HIPAA-compliant communication with her team. No more solo burdens. One crisp morning, I drove to Sage Valley for coffee with Olivia. She'd progressed. Group therapy helped her recognize delusions quicker. "Thanks for pushing Jake to open up," she said over muffins. Felt like a dirty secret. "You're not. Your family." We discussed her dreams. Maybe vocational training in art. Colorado's programs for disabled adults. Could sell paintings at farmers markets. Hope sparkled in her eyes. Home. Cody's school project on family trees sparked talks. Why no grandparents? We explained gently. They chose to leave. But we choose love. He nodded wisely. Like choosing ice cream over broccoli. Laughter lightened heavy truths. Jake and I dove deeper in counseling, unpacking his childhood trauma. Parents' abandonment left scars. Therapy revealed PTSD-like symptoms. Hit Olivia to avoid rejection. Tools like journaling helped. A hiccup came midwinter. Snowstorm delayed meds delivery. Olivia spiraled. Facility locked down. We video called. "Everything's fuzzy," she cried. Jake reassured. "We're here. Breathe." Post-storm. We advocated for backup protocols. Law allows guardians to push for improvements. Success. They implemented redundancies. Spring brought change. Olivia qualified for transitional housing, a supervised apartment in town, under Colorado's mental health initiative. We toured, Cozy, with on-site support. Scary but exciting, she admitted. Move-in involved court approval. Psych clearance. We furnished simply, quilt for me. Photos from Jake. First night there. We celebrated with pizza. Cody, your place is cool.
No episodes, med steady.
Boundaries clear. Weekly visits. No overnights yet. Jake confided. Feels like redemption. I agreed. Trust rebuilt us. Community embraced. Church potlucks included Olivia. Reducing stigma. We spoke at a NAMI event. Hiding hurt, sharing healed. Attendees nodded. Many similar tales. Summer rodeo season. We entered as a family. Olivia cheered from stands, stable and proud. Cody won junior lasso, Jake beamed. Evening bonfire. Stories flowed. Remember when I called? Olivia joked lightly. Worst best mistake. We laughed. Catalyst for growth. Reflecting. The lesson crystallized. Vulnerability strengthens bonds. No revenge in our story, just redemption. Jake's initial fear taught us communication's power.
Now.
Open dialogues prevent shadows. 1. Anniversary. Jake surprised me with a ranch getaway. No secrets this time. Under stars. We renewed vows informally. Through sickness and health for all family. Olivia thrived. Part-time job at an art co-op. Supported by caseworkers. Occasional setbacks. But we handled as a unit. Cody adored her. She taught him drawing. Years later. Looking back. That phone call wasn't destruction. It was awakening. In Western America's vast landscapes, we learned families endure, like the mountains. Weathered, but standing tall. As fall painted the Rockies in fiery reds and golds, our new normal solidified. Jake's business picked up. Word spread about his reliability. Ironic given the secrets. We refinanced the house, easing Sage Valley costs with state grants for sibling caregivers. Legally, co-guardianship meant shared decisions. We reviewed Olivia's treatment plan quarterly, ensuring HIPAA-compliant communication with her team. No more solo burdens. I dove into research. Books like The Center Cannot Hold on Schizophrenia, Understanding Her World Better. One crisp morning, I drove to Sage Valley for coffee with Olivia. She'd progressed. Group therapy helped her recognize delusions quicker. Thanks for pushing Jake to open up, she said over muffins. Felt like a dirty secret. You're not. Your family. We discussed her dreams. Maybe vocational training in art. Colorado's programs for disabled adults. Could sell paintings at farmers markets. Hope sparkled in her eyes. We walked the grounds, talking recovery. Some days I feel normal, others. The voices whisper doubts. Home. Cody's school project on family trees sparked talks. Why no grandparents? We explained gently. They chose to leave. But we choose love. He nodded wisely. Like choosing ice cream over broccoli. Laughter lightened heavy truths. Jake and I dove deeper in counseling, unpacking his childhood trauma. Parents' abandonment left scars. Therapy revealed PTSD-like symptoms. Hit Olivia to avoid rejection. Tools like journaling helped. Sessions were raw. I felt like a failure guardian, Jake confessed. Therapist, you succeeded by persisting. A hiccup came midwinter. Snowstorm delayed meds delivery. Olivia spiraled. Facility locked down, we video called. Everything's fuzzy, she cried. Jake reassured. We're here. Breathe. I added. Remember your anchors, art. Us. Post-storm. We advocated for backup protocols. Law allows guardians to push for improvements. Success. They implemented redundancies, like on-site pharmacy stocks. Spring brought change. Olivia qualified for transitional housing, a supervised apartment in town, under Colorado's mental health initiative. We toured, cozy, with on-site support. Scary but exciting, she admitted. Move-in involved court approval. Site clearance. We furnished simply, quilt for me. Photos from Jake. Packing day. Emotions high. Leaving here's bittersweet, she said. But forward. First night there. We celebrated with pizza. Cody, your place is cool.
Can I visit?
Anytime. Nephew.
No episokes, med steady.
Boundaries clear, weekly visits. No overnights yet. Jake confided. Feels like redemption. I agreed. Trust rebuilt us. We set routines. Family dinners Sundays, where Olivia cooked simple meals. Building independence. Community embraced. Church potlucks included Olivia. Reducing stigma. We spoke at a NAMI event. Hiding hurt, sharing healed. Attendees nodded. Many similar tales. One woman approached. Your story gave me courage to tell my husband about my brother. Summer rodeo season. We entered as a family. Olivia cheered from stands, stable and proud. Cody won junior lasso. Jake beamed. Evening bonfire. Stories flowed. Remember when I called? Olivia joked lightly. Worst best mistake. We laughed. Catalyst for growth. Later. Private chat with Jake. Proud of us.
Me too.
Lesson learned. Vulnerability's strength. Reflecting. The lesson crystallized. Vulnerability strengthens bonds. No revenge in our story, just redemption. Jake's initial fear taught us communication's power.
Now.
Open dialogues prevent shadows. We volunteered together. Jake at facility workshops. Me leading support groups. One anniversary. Jake surprised me with a ranch getaway. No secrets this time. Under stars. We renewed vows informally. Through sickness and health for all family. Olivia thrived. Part-time job at an art co-op. Supported by caseworkers. Occasional setbacks.
Like med adjustments.
But we handled as a unit. Cody adored her. She taught him drawing. Fostering creativity. Years later. Looking back. That phone call wasn't destruction. It was awakening. In Western America's vast landscapes, we learned families endure, like the mountains. Weathered, but standing tall with roots deep in trust and compassion. Time rolled on like the endless Western plains, each season bringing growth and tests. 2 years post-revelation. Olivia's stability allowed more freedom. She joined a community art class. Her landscapes capturing the raw beauty of Colorado's canyons. Sales at local fairs boosted her confidence. We celebrated her first check with a family hike in Garden of the Gods. Red rocks towering like ancient guardians. Cody, now 9, quizzed her. How do you paint the skies so blue? Practice and patience, she replied, a mantra for us all. Jake and I hit rough patches too. A job loss scare, construction slowed in recession, stressed finances. Old habits tempted. Jake withdrew. But therapy tools kicked in. Talk it out, I urged. We budgeted transparently, applying for aid programs. Olivia chipped in symbolically, donating art proceeds to family funds. We're in this together. Legally. We renewed guardianship annually. Courts noting our model success. Exemplary family integration. Community ties deepened. We hosted awareness barbecues, partnering with mental health orgs. Neighbors shared stories. My cousin's bipolar. Never talked till now. Stigma eroded like sandstone under wind. One event. A speaker praised, your openness saves lives. Humbling. Personal growth shown. I pursued certification as a peer supporter. helping spouses navigate secrets. Jake mentored young guardians through NAMI. Olivia blogged anonymously about recovery, inspiring thousands. From hidden to heard, her tagline. A milestone, Olivia's independent apartment. No supervision needed after site clearance. We helped move, emotions swirling. Proud sis, Jake said.
Teary.
Party included extended kin we'd reconnected with, distant cousins who bridged the parental gap. Holidays transformed. Thanksgiving at our ranch. Olivia carving turkey flawlessly. Cody's wish. Family forever. No delusions marred it, her regimen solid. Yet, life threw curves. A relapse during stress, job loss for her, landed her briefly hospitalized. We rallied. Jake handled legal admissions. I coordinated with docs. Cody sent drawings. Teamwork, therapist affirmed. Recovery swift. Lesson reinforced. Vigilance without fear. Decade mark of our marriage. Vow renewal at a mountain chapel. Olivia as witness. Cody ring bearer. In truth and trials, we added to vows. Reception under stars. Toasts to resilience. Looking ahead. Plans bloomed. Family ranch expansion for visits. Perhaps fostering mental health retreats. Cody's interest in psychology sparked. Wanna help like you? The call that started it? A blessing in disguise. It taught. Secrets burden. But truth liberates. In America's West, where horizons stretch infinite, we embraced openness, turning pain to purpose. Families aren't perfect, they're persistent. Ours, stronger for the storm. Time rolled on like the endless western plains, each season bringing growth and tests. 2 years post-revelation. Olivia's stability allowed more freedom. She joined a community art class. Her landscapes capturing the raw beauty of Colorado's canyons. Sales at local fairs boosted her confidence. We celebrated her first check with a family hike in Garden of the Gods. Red rocks towering like ancient guardians. The trail wound through spires. Sun warming our faces. Cody, now 9, quizzed her. How do you paint the skies so blue? Practice and patience, she replied. A mantra for us all. We picnicked on blankets, sharing sandwiches, laughter echoing off stone. Jake and I hit rough patches too. A job loss scare, construction slowed in recession, stressed finances. Old habits tempted. Jake withdrew, staring at bills silently. But therapy tools kicked in. Talk it out, I urged over coffee. Remember,
No secrets.
he opened. Scared we'll lose the house. We budgeted transparently. Cutting extras. Applying for aid programs like SNAP supplements. Olivia chipped in symbolically. Donating art proceeds to family funds. We're in this together. Her gesture touched us. Resilience contagious. Legally, we renewed guardianship annually. Courts noting our model's success. Exemplary family integration. Judge commended. Transparency fosters stability. We attended seminars on evolving laws, like telehealth expansions for rural care. Community ties deepened. We hosted awareness barbecues at our ranch, partnering with mental health orgs. Grills sizzled with burgers. Kids ran with sparklers. Neighbors shared stories. My cousin's bipolar. Never talked till now. Stigma eroded like sandstone under wind. One event. A speaker praised. Your openness saves lives. Humbling, folks approached post-talk. Hugging. Thank you. Personal growth shown. I pursued certification as a peer supporter through online courses, helping spouses navigate secrets in group Zooms. Your story resonates, participants said. Jake mentored young guardians through NAMI, sharing tips on court navigation. Patience with the system, he advised. Olivia blogged anonymously about recovery. Her posts viral in support forums. From hidden to heard, her tagline inspired thousands. A milestone: Olivia's independent apartment. No supervision needed after site clearance. We helped move, loading boxes into the truck under sunny skies. Furniture arranged. Walls hung with her art. Proud sis, Jake said, teary as he hammered the last nail. Party included extended kin we'd reconnected with, distant cousins who bridged the parental gap. Discovered via ancestry sites. Potluck style. Aunts' casseroles. Stories of shared heritage. Holidays transformed. Thanksgiving at our ranch. Olivia carving turkey flawlessly amid autumn leaves. Table groaned with pies. Cody's wish during grace. Family forever. No delusions marred it. Her regimen solid. Supported by weekly check-ins. Yet, life threw curves. A relapse during stress, job loss for her, landed her briefly hospitalized. We rallied. Jake handled legal admissions under emergency protocols. I coordinated with docs via secure portals. Cody sent drawings of super aunt. Hospital room visits. You're strong, we encouraged. Recovery swift, outpatient therapy reinforced coping. Lesson: vigilance without fear. Setbacks aren't failures, Doc said. Decade mark of our marriage. Vow renewal at a mountain chapel. Wildflowers blooming. Olivia as witness. Cody ring bearer in tiny boots. In truth and trials, we added to vows. Rings exchanged anew. Reception under stars. Bonfire crackling. Toasts to resilience. Guests danced to country tunes, joy palpable. Looking ahead. Plans bloomed. Family ranch expansion for visits. Perhaps fostering mental health retreats with cabins for groups. Cody's interest in psychology sparked during school career day. Wanna help like you guys? We encouraged. Buying books on the mind. The call that started it? A blessing in disguise. It taught. Secrets burden. But truth liberates. In America's West, where horizons stretch infinite, we embraced openness, turning pain to purpose. Families aren't perfect, they're persistent, woven with threads of forgiveness and support. Ours, stronger for the storm, a testament to love's enduring power.